this video, we're going to join some paths using the object join command. So first we're going to make some arcs like it says. It says use the arc tool to create curves quickly. Use the object path join option to combine them into a complete path. So the arc tool is underneath the line segment, right? And I'm going to click on these little intersections. I'm going to be kind of careful to make sure that I put them in the right spot. And then I'm going to click here so that they actually intersect. You're going to make sure they intersect. And then the other trick to doing this right is you want to make sure that both lines are red, as in selected here. So now I can see only the top one is red. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down Shift. And now both of them are red. And then I'm going to go up here and say Object, Path, Join. And now I move these and it's a complete object. Okay, so I'll do that one more time with this guy. And the idea is we can use the arc tool to make this fairly quick. You just want to make sure you got all the intersection points right, and then we want to make sure all the line segments are selected. Once again, object, path, join. And now we should be able to move this around as one thing. Cool. In this one, we're gonna do some shapes. Okay, I think we've done this before, so I'm just gonna show you that part real quick. Shapes tool, right? We got rectangles, right? We can make rectangles here. If we go to properties over here, we can change the fill color, right? And go here, change whatever fill color we want. And then we have all those other same shapes there too. Got the star tool, right? If we wanted to do that, if I hit the up and down arrow keys, I can make different amounts of sides to the star. Okay. And then these rounded rectangles, the direct selection tool. Let's see here if we can make, if I just pick one of these points, I can kind of move it around, right? And if I make a rectangle like this, right? And then I have the direct selection tool. I can make rounded corners just like that. And then the last thing it wants you to do, is get rid of that, is to use the lens flare tool, which is also hiding underneath this guy. And it's right there. And this is crazy, and I haven't mastered it yet, but it makes like the look of a flare in a lens. So you're going to do like this kind of thing, right? And then you hit enter, and you can enter some other information. You can change the direction of the flare, right? I'm going to hit OK, and then that's what it looks like when it's done, right? And you can move this around and put it wherever you want. Cool. This is exercise 14. This one's pretty easy. I'm going to go to the shapes tool again over here, right? I'm going to make a rectangle tool. I can hold down Shift and it'll keep it like a perfect square, right? And it says use the shapes preset menus to max exact shapes. So I'm going to go over here to properties right here, right? And it says to make it height and width 1 inches. So I just get rid of whatever came in there when I just drew it, and I'm going to make it 1 inches, same as that. And just so you know, if we use the ellipse tool and we also hold down Shift, it'll make a perfect square. I mean a perfect circle. And then we can actually just like type in the dimensions here, and that's another way to do that. Okay, easy. 15, we're going to follow the instructions here, and we're going to copy their shapes on the right. So it says to use the rectangle shape tool to create a square, and then I'm going to add anchor points and use the direct selection tool to move them. So here is the rectangle tool. So I'm going to make a rectangle, right? And then watch this. I'm going to use the eyedropper tool while my rectangle is selected, and I'm going to pick this thing on the left here, and it's giving me the exact same color. Pretty cool. Now I'm going to add some anchor points. Make sure you have your advanced toolbar turned on. Okay. So it's underneath the pen tool. It's add anchor points. So I'm going to add anchor points, and I'm going to add one at the top, and I'm going to add one at the bottom. Then I'm going to use the direct selection tool, which is the white arrow, to move these anchor points. And you have to kind of unselect everything else before you do this, or else it'll come out funny, but it's something like that, right? Okay, and so the bottom one says to use the circle shape tool to create a circle. I don't know about a circle shape tool. I don't think there is one, but if you go to the ellipse tool and you hold down shift, it makes a circle. Shift makes things adhere by certain guidelines. Okay, I'm going to use the eyedropper again to copy the color. And then I'm going to use the direct selection tool to move the bottom anchor and to make like a guitar pick kind of thing. So let's go here. Once again, click outside of everything, and then, right, something like that. Make it longer and kind of thinner. I think I could do that, and I think I could do that too if I wanted. So that's exercise 15. This is good stuff to know, to like make more complicated shapes out of simple ones. Now we're actually going to start using the Pathfinder. So we have these kind of compound shapes, and it says use the Unite option in the Pathfinder panel to combine the shapes into one solid path. So the Pathfinder panel is underneath Window, as are all the panels, and I'm going to go to Pathfinder right here. Right, and then I get a panel here. I can even drag it over here and kind of make it be up here. So I'm gonna like go ahead and select all these shapes all at once. They're different shapes right now, but we're gonna unite them into one shape. So this one I think is Unite. Okay, and I click on it, and I think it takes on the color of the front shape, basically. So now it's not a very cool shape, but you might be able to do something cool with it. Same thing here. We're just going to select all these shapes, unite right here. So it's a top left. And then now we have a Mickey Mouse type thing, right? Last one here, right? Unite, and now we get this guy. So once again, a way to make more complicated shapes out of a single shape, out of simple shapes. It says use the minus option in the Pathfinder to subtract one path from another path. So remember, the Pathfinder is under Window, Pathfinder right here, and I've already got it up on this right hand side here, so I dragged the panel up there so I could have it kind of stuck with all the other stuff. So we want to select these objects, and then there is a minus front, so it's going to take out the front. And watch what happens. We get like a keyhole, right? Same thing here, right? Minus front. And we get kind of an emblem, right? And then here we go one more time. And we're going to do minus front. Boom. Get kind of a crescent moon. So that's the minus front feature on the Pathfinder. The last exercise in the Pathfinder sequence here. So we're going to use intersect and exclude options to make in the Pathfinder to create unique shapes. Once again, make sure you have the Pathfinder panel open. We go to Window, Pathfinder. Okay, and here's the Pathfinder options here. So we're looking at these two, intersect and exclude. So if I select these two circles and I select the intersect option, it's only going to keep the part where the two shapes are intersected. Boom, right? You get kind of a leaf sort of thing. And if I undo that, if I hit exclude, it's actually going to exclude the area that's in between, right? So let's try that again with these other shapes. If I click on here and I do intersect, right? We just get that area where they intersect. If I do exclude, it's going to get rid of only that area, right? So it's kind of the mirror opposite in a way. So let's do it with the last group here, these two shapes. Let's do exclude first, so that'll get rid of that point where they're overlapping, right? Kind of interesting shape. And I'm going to undo that, and here is intersect. Right, it only keeps that part, so they're in inverse of each other.